Hello friendos, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be diving into the wedding diaries. If you guys watched my last life update video, then you know that my sister is now engaged. This puts me in a bit of a bind because now I need to plan her wedding and the style that I would do. And I'm just kidding. I need to plan her wedding and also make videos. So a little bit of a time crunch here. So I figure why don't we just marry the two? We'll do some of the wedding planning here on my channel. And this presents a stupendous opportunity for the both of us because you guys have opinions and they're good ones. You guys are very smart. So we want to hear you guys weigh in. Let us know what your favorites are when it comes to makeup, dresses, and the like. So the first thing we'll do today is I'm going to do an eye look fit for a wedding. And then, without missing a beat, we're going to be checking out 5 different A-line wedding dresses. I'm going to ask for your opinions. I'm going to show you what I like and what I don't like about each of the dresses, if there is something I don't like. We picked some really good ones for you guys to check out, but we need to know what your favorites are. Okay, friendos, without further ado, let's get into it. Just stay tuned. So today's wedding look is going to be based mainly just around my eyes. That's where I want to put the most amount of focus. I already have my base down and everything, so I just wanted to do the exciting part on camera. I have the Sandstone palette from ColourPop, so you know this is going to be an affordable look. Sorry, I had phlegm go down my throat. So you know this is going to be an affordable look. And also it's going to be warm toned. That's pretty much the only look you can do. This palette is a warm tone look. But you guys know I love warm toned eye looks, so I'm pretty excited for this. I'm ready to get started. Let's zoom in. So on my Sonergy Blender Pro, we are going to go in with the shade Vortex. This is this light brown shade, probably one of the more neutral shades in the pan. And we're going to blow this out of the park. So we're starting with those big circular motions once again. And building is the name of the game today, friendos. We are going to just build, 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 and get that pigmentation up. Now this palette is really pigmented enough, but on your wedding day, you want that depth. If there's ever been a time to go a little heavy-handed, it's on your wedding day. A lot of people don't realize just how easy it is to look really washed out in photos, even if you have pretty makeup on. So I think it's really important, especially for the eye look, that you have a lot of depth and dimension in whatever eyeshadow you use. That doesn't mean that you have to go dark or anything like that. And really, you don't have to do anything I say. I'm just a talking head. But in my experience, if ever you're on the verge of, did I go too far or did I go far enough? Go just a little bit too far. That's my advice. Especially when there's flash going, you guys. It's real easy to look washed out if there's a lot of flash photography going on. All right, so we got that shade on. Let's next go in with Canyon Loop. Now, a lot of these shades do have micro glitter in them. That's fine. They're just gonna blend away, honestly. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of micro glitter because they're like, I can't even see it. Shades like this, I treat them like mattes. I know that the glitter's not gonna show up, so I just treat it like any other matte. I'm using the same brush as what I used before, but I'm not going up as high with my blending motions. Again, it's like a little tornado on my eye right now. Just doing short little circular motions. Now this shade is a little bit kind of like orangey coral. I'm going to take it down a little bit lower and onto the outer portion of my eye. It's all gonna get cleaned up later, so I'm not worried about being very precise right now. Just getting that color down. And then I'm going back over the edge of where I just placed all that color. And I didn't put any extra color on the brush. It's just what was left over from the coral shade just to sort of blend it out. Now on my E05, we are going to go in with Big Butt. That's this nice sort of brick red shade. Each time we're just kind of getting I guess you could say, more concise with that circular motion with every color that we add. Also doing this more at a diagonal angle. So it's still a little bit curved, but it's not as free-flowing as all the other colors that I've put down so far. I'll go in with the darkest shade in the palette, which is Templeton. I'm still going to use the same brush. You don't need a whole lot of brushes for this look. But yeah, this time we're going to get even more concise. With every new shade that we add, we're going to get a little bit more detailed in our application. So then, with the brush that we started off with, we're going to wipe it off. Make sure that there's nothing left on there. And then I'm just going to go back over everything that we just did. Just going over the perimeter where everything touches. Lightly blending. That's the name of the game. Told you guys it was building, but no, now it's blending. I changed the rules. Now, having all this down here is not the most flattering. I mean, not saying I would never do it, but if it was my wedding, I would want it to be a little bit more uplifted. So we'll go back and clean that up. I'm still going to be adding color down under this lower lash line, so I'm not going to worry about cleaning up just yet. All right, now I'm going to work in a little bit of magic. Pueblo, you guys, is super blinky. So if you want something super blinky, you can do this by itself. I'm going to swatch it for you guys. It's not showing up the best in my lighting, but I promise you it is. Let me see if I can get it to get in front of one of these lights so you can see. Like, she's there. She's definitely there. But I want it to be a little bit wider, so I'm going to take Pueblo and I'm going to mix it with Big Bend. So that one is a matte shade with golden micro glitter. I'm definitely going to be wetting my brush before I dip into the two, but yeah, we're going to mix those two together and then we're going to get something, just so you can see, in case you have this palette and you're following along, we're going to get something closer to this. So it's not as blinky, but we still have that shimmer. Okay, going in with a random Eco Tools brush for this. That's just so you guys can have some sort of clarity on what this looks like. And friendos, if this was like my real wedding day or my sister's wedding day where I was doing her makeup, you best believe I would do the eyes first. This palette doesn't have a lot of fallout or anything like that, but on a day as important as a wedding, there's no need to take any risks that you don't have to take when it comes to your makeup. Plus, I feel like that's the part of makeup that takes most of us the largest amount of time in our makeup routine. I would be doing the eyes first just in case. Okay, so clearly you can see that looks a little bit patchy. So we're gonna revert back to that skinnier little brush. It's really not that much skinnier, but it does kind of have a point to it. And I'm going to blend that out. Again, making tiny little circles. Now guys, we're gonna see plenty of looks on my channel that are wedding themed. For all of these, because I know if you're watching these, then that means you're probably doing your own makeup. And likely that either means that you are a major control freak, like myself, or you are on a budget. You know what? Those two are not mutually exclusive. The point that I was trying to make is going forward, I want to show you looks that you can do with 1 or 2 palettes maximum. That way you're not having to spend a ton of money, because we all know weddings are pricey and things just tend to rack up. I don't want to see that happen with your makeup, so yeah, I'm just going to try to use 1 or 2 palettes each. So I'm going to use that same Eco Tools brush. It has a flat definer brush. It's a double-sided brush, and this side is a flat definer. It's pretty firm. It's angled. I'm going to use the House Labs Black Onyx and an experiment to see if I can make that into a black eyeliner. I'm also hoping to buff it out. So this dries pretty quickly, but we're just going to see, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna pull up my eyelid so I can get as close to the lash line as I can. Okay, so you see it doesn't look super great right there. We're about to go in with a matte black eyeshadow. I'm going to choose the matte black from the Alien palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I don't think that that palette is available anymore. However, I do think that you can buy that shade on its own. So I'm going in with my Refer 03 and I'm just going to be pushing up this liquid color that I have down and blending it out even more. I don't want the edge of this eyeliner to be harsh. I want it to be really soft and blown out. I'm making the circular motions and I'm lifting up the shadow. I have downturned eyes, so this little trick will help them to look more upturned. Now for the bottom, because I told you guys I still want to add more color to the bottom, only on the very outer edge am I going to put this black shade. And I'm going to keep it very, very close to that lower lash line. I'm just kind of flicking it out, again, to give that illusion of that upturned eye. So next up, I'm going to go in with Canyon Loop once again. This is on a Natasha Denona number 11. It's very similar to the same shape as the Eco Tool brush that we used earlier. Trying to get that right close to my lash line and then a little bit down. If you're someone who has like a lot of darkness under your eye, like dark circles, let's say you've been emotional and crying, a shade like this really does do a good job of masking that, and then you just look like you have a pretty smoky eye, not like you've been crying all night and day. Then I'm going to wipe down that same brush, spray it, and we're going to do straight Pueblo on the bottom here, because again, we want to give that really open eye look. Then with my finger, because I'm lazy today, I'm going to just go up like that and clean myself up. And had I done this the right way, then I would have just put down the eyeshadow first, then cleaned it up, then gone in with my base products. Also, had I done this the right way, I would have had my fireplace going this entire time. Ta-da! It's true magic around here. I'm gonna go do my other eye off camera, add my lashes, and I'll be right back to you guys. And then we've got to talk about these dresses. We need your help. We need your votes. We need your opinions. Okay, guys, stay tuned. All right, friendos. So I'm back. Not entirely pleased with the eyelashes that I put on. It seems like they're going up more on this side than they are on this one. But yeah, that's pretty much the completed eye look. I have one Pillow Talk lip liner as my entire lip thing and just a little bit of the lip maximizer from Dior. So with that taken care of, it's now time to talk about dresses. All right, friendos, we're going to start this journey out by talking about A-line dresses. Now, as we currently speak, my sister thinks that she wants an A-line dress. Here's the thing, that my sister has yet to set the date, and I know how these brides work. They start out thinking that they want some kind of dress, and then time goes on, and normally they end up changing their minds. So do keep that in mind as we go through this process. My sister has not tried on any dresses in real life yet, but she's thinking that she wants an A-line. So we're going to start there with an A-line. She may change her mind later on down the road. And we can go through a plethora of dresses because this isn't all about my sister. I know some of you watching are probably getting married yourselves, and you probably want to see a collection of really cool dresses. So we're going to start there. My sister is trying to stay on a budget of $10,000. So the prices of the dresses are going to be reflected in her choice. So our first dress comes from June Bridal's Looks like it normally retails for $596. It's now on sale for $238. Now, I do really like this one. I like the lace decals. I like the way that it opens up. I feel like this is a good choice for someone who's not exceptionally busty. I mean, if you want to flaunt the girls on your day, I mean, that's your business and more power to you. I do think if you're going for more of like the model, like angel appearance, that this does suit a smaller chest size. I really like the lace decals on this. The back is pretty. It looks like there's a whole strand of beads or pearls. I can't really tell. And then I like the buttons in the back. So this one is definitely really pretty. Oh, my sister also wants one with sleeves. So worth noting. All right, dress number 2 is coming from Etsy. Okay, so this next one right here comes from Sue Pretty Bridal. This is a store on Etsy. It is $700. This one is very fairy princessy to me. So I do like that. This comes up pretty high. I'm not sure. I personally would not like that. I don't like anything touching my collarbone for very long. This looks like it would be like almost cutting into the neck. So that would bother me personally. But it's not my day. Other than that, I think this is a pretty modest gown, especially in the front. Even though the under part of the dress is open, with the lace detail being as thick as what it is, that's gonna hide a lot of cleavage. I do like the back of this too. Like it just looks like a veil of flowers coming down. So I think that's really exciting and interesting. I also am a fan of the pure white. I do think that really suits this gown. You know, some gowns look good like in an off-white or like a soft pink, but this one, I would definitely want that in a bright white. Okay, next up. Okay, friendos, this one is a little bit more unusual. This comes from Luxe Bridal Studio. It's $852. And if you ask me, this one is gorgeous. It's definitely not the usual. So check this out. I really like how this cuts across and it has that asymmetrical look to it. I really like the flower decals coming. I really like the flower decal coming off the boob. That looks stunning to me. I like how the sleeve dips down and we still have more of the same floral pattern covering up this part of the arm. Now the back is a little bit boring. We do have what looks like a pearl button back, but as far as like the skirt is concerned in the back, it looks pretty tame. It's not ugly or anything, but it is on the plain side. I also want to know if this little piece right here, if that's something separate or is that part of the dress? What do you guys think? Can't really tell. Okay, they have a different bride. It looks like that is part of the dress. Ooh, I wouldn't like that. Onions. Do you want to show everyone what you're doing? Anya. Let's see if I pick her up if she'll still have it in her mouth. You want to show everyone? You got the little pink whip, didn't you? You're silly, Onions. Go on. Here you go. Have fun. Next up, we have from Maxi Bridal, a white lace tulle long wedding dress, white lace tulle evening dress. This is $200. I think this one is stunning. It's off the shoulder. Again, I like the way the bodice is formed on this. I also think that if you're someone who wants a little cinching at the waist, if you want to look a little bit more hourglass, the way the skirt hits is right in the right place. I think it cinches in a place that would be very flattering to most body types. And we also have the pearl buttons on this one as well. Not a whole lot going on with this skirt. It looks very similar to the last one that we looked at. But yeah, this is gorgeous. And then lastly, from New York City Bride, this is look number 5. This looks like a Kate Middleton wedding dress to me. Like, not her exact wedding dress, of course, but it does look similar. It looks like something that she would wear. Just looks very classy. It's one of those V-necks where you know it's going to dip down low, but it's not really going to show much cleavage. So you won't have a lot hanging out there. Back of this is very plain. We're only getting the buttons to the waist. Yeah, the skirt's a little plain, but I definitely like the ruching of the sleeves. I like how it's a loose fit, and I like how it billows out. And then we have a tighter sleeve at the end, so it creates that beautiful, like, bohemian effect. So yeah, I like all of these dresses. I want to hear from you guys. Please let us know in the comment section down below which of these 5 dresses is your favorite. I will be conversing with my sister to find out which one is her favorite. And in the next video, we're going to follow up with you. We'll announce which dress was the most popular of these 5 and which one was my sister's favorite. Maybe we can get on the same page. Okay, friendos, thank you all so much for choosing to spend your time here with me doing some wedding planning, giving your opinions. I really hope that you like this eyeshadow look. I know it's a little deep and smoky, but for a nighttime event, I think that this is pretty and it's also affordable. I wish you all a phenomenal rest of your day. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live with the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.